Hello everyone, a good day to you all. I am Sacred and thank you for joining me in another mod spotlight in Hearts of Iron 4. Well, I'm sorry for the late video, I got really busy and, well, as always, go sure to check out my Patreon page and the link to the mod down below in the description. Well, what mod are we playing? We're going to play the Finnish National Focus mod. It's a brand new mod. Well, I always wanted to play as Finland, but I never saw a, well, good mod for it, which isn't either overpowered or which isn't, well, out of date. Now, I've made a good catch. It's the Finnish National Focus, which I checked its focus tree. It's really nice. It's really interesting and not so overpowered. So let's check the map first. Well, on vanilla you might think all the same. Oh no, but here you see, here you have the Republic of Finland. It's finally called the Republic of Finland and not Finland anymore. We have, as always, Sisu, and communism is banned in Finland. So, the Republic of Finland being led by Pierre Svinchufut, a democratic regime, that sounds like a Swedish name, or I don't know, perhaps. Ruling party is called KOK. Well, let's check the features. Features tons of focuses, new events, historical generals and other stuff. So this is my take on creating a mildly overpowered national focus for the great nation of Finland. This is not meant to be the most historically accurate mod, but it gives the player lots of choices for historical and interesting gameplay, which I like, yeah. So let's disable flags. Also does not work for historical AI since I'm lazy to bump who hasn't created in order for it to go through the focuses. Unhistorical is fine, so we'll play unhistorical then, fine. I always wanted to do that anyways. That's not required together for Victory DLC, but if you have TFV, you can join a few tech sharing groups. To-do list, beta GFX, edit elections events for 1933 and onwards, edit and change events, balance mod beta. If anybody wants to help me to do some GFX, contact me. Credits me, all the people on Products Plaza and Reddit who help me. As a Kuva for pictures and events. So let's go ahead, get right into the game. It's the Republic of Finland. We are currently led by the Democratic KOK party, so we are actually a democracy. The KESK party is actually in the majority, but we are being led by the KOK, so let's play on the regular. And actually, we'll play on the recruit as well, especially playing on recruit will be easy to show off the Finnish strength against the Soviets. So we shall, yeah, to have an easy and fun game, let's play on recruit. And let's see what we can do as a recruitable Finland against the Soviet threat. So let's take a look instantly to its focus tree. Well, we only have 11 factories, some of the true power here, but the focus tree is really, really huge, how you can see. It's insane. Wow, it's, wait, just start here. It's like this path, this path, this path, and all the way up to here. So it's really, really huge to say the least. You can get some nice factories here. We're going to go for that first, probably. You can improve the Finnish Air Force, the Finnish Navy, build up the Finnish army insanely. It's insane. Building up the island question, Fort Island, then Fort Helsinki. Mobilize a letter, which will give you extra mobilization. Then study the Blitzkrieg. Then you can decide on going communist, nationalist, or freedom or democratic. Well, the good thing is, if you go democratic, the path of democracy, I'll tell it. You can invite Sweden, Norway and Denmark. And then you can actually unite the Nordic countries as well, so get all of them, which I think we're going to do. We could go the neutral focus, but neutral focus, come on, who wants that place now? We won't go that. We could join the allies, the Karjala question. Then we could go fascist, Finnish Lebensraum and German help, etc., Operation Barbarossa. Or we could go communist. But the best path is, I think, to go democratic than the Nordic path. I mean, I barely go democratic, so it's perhaps to go democratic this time, is it? Then you can, well, you have many research slots. I mean, you can get many research slots, and you have many, really insanely many focuses to research, so you'll never run out of them. I will go for the, let's go for the factories. Encourage the Finnish industry. By encouraging the Finnish industry to improve and expand, it will greatly benefit us and our people. It's all, so let's go for industry, for production, and then for, well, here we can go for the electronic engineering for extra research time. Factory-wise, well, we don't have that many slots, so I may start militarizing, but I will actually get one more civilian factory and then start to militarize, because we know we will most likely use Karyala to the Soviets, therefore losing 2 more civilian factories to the Soviet Union, most likely. Well, we have absolutely no resources, except, yeah, we are producing now sport equipment and infantry equipment, that's it. Sport equipment and infantry equipment. And nothing else, so that's good luck making Finland strong again. Well, we have 87,000 troops. Is that Finnish or Swedish? Sounds like Swedish? But I don't know, I don't speak any of those languages, so... If you know if that's Swedish... okay. I think that's Finnish. If you know if that's Finnish or Swedish, let me know. Let's play on the highest game and let's get a submarine. Wow. 2 per year. Insanely nice. Insanely nice. So that's the Finnish war machine. The Finnish war machine. Look to that. 3 military factories, 1 naval and 7 civilian. I mean, what else do you want? I mean, what's the Soviet Union? With 30 to 40 military factories, please, we can easily beat them. Finnish strength, I tell you. Finnish strength it will be. Let's see how long we can last against the Soviet Union. Well, we need heavy reinforcement of our troops. We are minus 5.5k of infantry equipment in deficit, so that is not so nice. Our navy strength is 3,600. Yeah, we have 2 heavy cruisers and 4 submarines. And the, well, Spanish Civil War just started. Right, well, we soon encourage the Finnish industry. The next thing I'm gonna do is let's get paper industry funding. Paper industry is an important part of our economy. We need to fund them more. Well, let's do that. Let's fund them more. Then Republic of Finland, let's fund them more, that's fine. So besides of that, well, we need manpower, plus we need a better economic law, so applying on the recruit will most likely not make you win against the Soviet Union. But that's that to see. Let's get the SRD with the research bonus. Always good to have. And well, up to that, I cannot actually go for extensive conscription. I'm locked. I'm simply locked with my current manpower. That's unbelievable. We must be at war in order to enact. Is that a joke? We must be at war in order to enact extensive conscription. That's unbelievable. Oh my god. Well, it could be worse, I guess. No, it could be. It couldn't be. I'm sorry. Let's go for the extra civilian factory here and the extra infrastructure. Lemikainen is an important part of our infrastructure building. By giving them more projects, we will have better infrastructure. Well, that's perhaps a good plan. Let's do that. We have 10 civilian, 3 military factories. I soon aim to expand my military sector after I finished the construction of 1 more civilian factory. I really need them against the Soviet threats. Let's see how strong our army can get by the end of this episode. So let's see. We have how you clearly see, well, forts here, but they aren't that strong, and we lack forts in this area of Karyala. So we have only forts here. Well, this is probably the most important area. Oof, I don't know how to establish a line of forts. Well, to cross into our capital here, well, we just have to use, well, okay, fine, we could hold the sector just by fortifying all of these provinces here. We would only need to like to fortify some provinces, then Finland will be a fortress. But let's see, I think I'll rather go for the white peace with the Soviet Union. Let's go for Tikosaki oil. Tikosaki is an important part of our small arms manufacturing, and they need better facilities. Yeah, 2-3 factories I'll gladly accept. I'll not say no to the opportunity, clearly not. Let's develop our army before the Soviets do. Let's also get power and politics for increased power. Besides of that, I want to go for a silent workers for extra more power. Now we are getting a 1.9 political power per day as nation of Finland, and the fascists won. Such a surprise, fascists. Such a surprise. Well, there you go. Well, we need how much manpower? Let's see, we need manpower. Okay, we actually need no manpower, yeah. We have, well, 3 manpower of 80. 3 manpower of 80! I'm sure there are some focuses which can give me higher levels of, well, I guess, recruitable population. To get these, though, I would, well, first let's go for, again, our industrial, for WKT. We'll need reserve, a good reserve of small arms available. Helping WKT expand is important. We have 17 already. I will need to get more infantry equipment. Yeah, I have a clear need to import steel from the French, let's say. I'm a Frenchman, and I'll use my political power to go for the, well, industrial concern is, well, military theorist, fine, military theorist. Well, next thing, let's go for weapons and equipment. We need, oh no, oil, and we need 5 steel, and actually 5 more. I thought, oh, I didn't, okay. I accidentally got aluminum, but I want to get steel. Here we go. I have 16 factories, 5 military, 1 naval, and 10 civilian. So let's see how good we can, well, play with Finland even on the easiest game. Well, at least the Soviets are not yet justifying against us, but I'm sure they will there at one point, and we will lose Karjala, so 500,000 people will go there. We will lose Salah. Well, Salah has 2 military and 2 civilian factories, so we'll lose nearly, we'll lose 2 military and we'll lose 4 civilian factories against the Soviets. That's a loss unbearable. Let's go for 6 more years of PS Svinhufvud. What's that? Oh, it's presidential elections. Look to that. The time has come for the country to choose a new president. 6 more years for PS Svinhufvud. New president, Kyösti Kallio. I would say, yeah, let's go for the Democratic Party. Next elections are when? January 1 to January 1943. The Kök has the clear supremacy in the country. Let's develop our province of Uusimaa, then go for extended capacity. There is never too much military. There's never too much for military national capacity. Well, perhaps we're gonna go for that. After that, I will start the democratization and the I should have gone for this, for the Nordic Defense Alliance perhaps first, yeah. Let's see, we need to finish the political focus, the freedom path, the interventionism path, the Nordic Defense Alliance path, then we can invite Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and then unite. So it should take us more than 1 year, so yeah. The winter was started in 1940, if I'm not mistaken, in 1940, so we should have some time if the AI, well, declares war against us not too early. If it does, well, then rest in peace, Finland. Yeah, we have to see that. Let's take the industrial concern as well as can I take democratic reformer? Well, it's not useful. Let's take the exchange of ideas. That's useful. Now let's go ahead and get the political focus. We have more factories. 1 more. I wanna get, well, more sport equipment. It's minus 75%. Well, it's an acceptable minus, I would say. For soft attack as well as for the doctrine. We have to choose between the doctrine. I think I'll go for the superior firepower doctrine. Yeah. Superior firepower. I still don't know to this day which doctrine is the best one. But, well, it could be worse, could it? Perhaps the Hindenburg disaster, all the humanity so Finland has a huge problem with manpower. Can we solve this through going this path? Not really. But through going this path, I mean, it's only 10% more. Yeah. Alright. Well, at least we're gonna maybe unify Sweden, Norway, and Denmark under 1 crown. This would be great, but that's, I think, too good to come through. Yeah, I think. We are expert focus, well, I couldn't care, to be honest. I'll just go for army. I think defense against the Soviets, select the national focus. Yeah, freedom. Freedom, finally, freedom. As it has been in the past, working towards a democracy and individual freedom is the best for people and country. This is one of my seldom spotlights or even gameplays where I actually play as a democratic country. I nearly never done that. Also, I will upload the resolution of the voting process in the video of which nation I should start a let's play a series of in the, I think it was called World War II simulation mods. Yeah, I think Germany is gonna win, but the tide may change. Let's get to see. Let's go for hierarchy to get the military factories faster. After Izima, I'm gonna build it in Alan, since that's well protected from the Soviet forces. We have to send one unit to garrison Al, but I don't think the Soviets, they shouldn't really invade Alan. No, I don't think so. Soviets doing naval invasion would be a funny thing. I think that shouldn't happen. The Swedes, they have so much steel. We could really need the Swedish in what they have 27 to 36. Have 27 to 36 civilian factories. What? They have 27 to 36. Does Sweden really have that much? 27 to no, come on, 27 to 30 bloody 6. That's unbelievable. Oh wow, really. So, we have to unify ourselves with Sweden. So interventionism to get an alliance with the Swedes. There are countries out there that are being oppressed by dictatorship governments. It should be our duty as a democracy to intervene and free their people. Fine, I'm gonna get 2 aluminum. Well, I don't want to because I'm only constructing with 4 factories, so that's not really in my interest. Should only massively decrease our speed and look to the Soviet troops massed on the border already. That is not nice. Let's see, we have in total... I won't join anti-Comintern Pact Germany. No, don't want bad relations with the Soviets. They are bad enough already, are they? So they couldn't get worse. They shouldn't get worse. Let's see, I'm gonna defend this path. I can't defend all of my country, can I? Would be hard to say. Hard to do so. Let's see. Yeah, I have to manage the troops on my own, I think. Yeah. This path is completely empty though. Well, I have to send something into there. At least some basic divisions to hold them off. At least some. I mean, it has to be something. So let's go for the Nordic Defense Alliance. Nordic Defense Alliance. Alone we are weak, but together we are strong. We should ally with other Nordic countries to create a defensive alliance to keep each other safe. Well, perhaps we should do so. We have 2 research slots left. Let's go for the dispersed industry as well as for mechanical computing. Now it's time to focus to get army. Well, we can get both. That's a nice pick there. So superb army regrouping for us. And then save the power for, well, or we can go for partial mobilization already because world tension is above 15%. Well, that's a nice thing. Well, we have 3.77 million people. I mean, there are more people in the province of Leningrad than in our entire country, so you can think how hard we will have a time fighting the empire, the Soviet Empire, stretching from all the way all the way from this province, which is called Northeast Siberia, all the way to Crimea. That's insane. Truly insane. Let's see. Generals, we have at least good ones. CGE Mannerheim is a well-defensive man, so we're gonna get him. And go for Nordic relations. Nordic relations. We should send out ambassadors to the other Nordic countries to improve our relations with them, if we are ever hoping of creating an alliance. We should perhaps do so. Let's see, did we create the faction? Yes, we did. Nordic Defense Alliance. Now, well, having Sweden with their massive... I never knew that Sweden in the vanilla game has such an incredibly high, well, civilian economic capacity. That's insane. Let's see, they even have the basic path. I have no idea how they are that strong. Come on. Now, invite Sweden. We should send an invite to Sweden. Let's hope Sweden will accept. I mean, we have plus 80. They like us, so I see no opinion why they should not accept the invitation to our alliance. Just in case, I want to improve the relations with Sweden as well, just to make things better. And let's build one more factory in Ireland, thus maximizing Ireland outs. It's time to enact partial mobilization. There we go. Now we are building it with, well, 5 factories. That's at least, well, something. Sweden accepts. Sweden has accepted to join the Nordic Defense Alliance. Great news. Now it's time to invite Norway. We should send an invite to Norway. We should. Yeah. Besides that, I should get better... Well, perhaps I should research radio. So, we stand unified with Sweden. Well, the Swedish army isn't that strong with a total of 16 divisions. Well, it's better. Well, they have 33 civilian factories. Well, if that's not much, I don't know what to say. Well, I wanna get more factories here. And Norway accepts. Norway has accepted our invite to join the alliance. That's great. Now I want to invite Denmark. Yeah. So if Denmark accepts, then we are in the Nordic Defense Alliance. Nordic Defense Alliance. Although we'll have to prepare ourselves to fight the Germans, especially against the Danes, because they will... Well, if I could build fortifications here, then Denmark would be safe, but I can't, unfortunately. So that's... Tough call for us, truly tough call. I forgot to get a doctrine, never forget to get your doctrine researched. Let's get specialist equipment, and Denmark accepts. So there we go, the Germans, they should be scared. Well, I could unite them, but I won't do that yet. Instead, I will go for... Let's go for increased, yeah, Northern tires. Northern tires is an important part of our rubber production. Perhaps... Let's get some resources first, and let's let the countries develop themselves before we unite them. It's 1936. Well, perhaps actually an early unification could be advantage as well. Then, I mean, we could get all of their factories, so we could shape the destiny of the Nordic Alliance. So actually, I changed my plan. After I got Northern tires, I will go to I will take the path to unite the Nordic countries. Let's see if they'll accept. I hope so. It will take us 140 days to unite them anyways, so quite a bit. I'll go for, well, fine, traditional. I mean, it doesn't matter. Minus 5%. I mean, we only have 21 factories, so it shouldn't really matter that much. I'll simply go for infantry equipment. Besides of that, I wanna get... Let's way out of time. Let's get these equipments. Well, okay, what can we get? Aircraft, ship, and tank. Nothing in my interest. Yes, nothing in my interest. Law enforcement. That's I'm gonna save for that. Division attrition. Less attrition is always nice to have. I'm just gonna wait, to be honest. Now, let's unite the Nordic countries. The question has been looming around the Nordic and Scandinavian countries for years. Should we unite as one? Should we unite as one? What do you think? Leave your opinion down below in the description. Well, we'll get a message when we fear when the Soviets start justifying against us. So that's, well, we have plus 27,000 infantry equipment in storage. So I mean, we cannot get any new units because guess why? We have no manpower. We have no manpower or something. That's great, isn't it? Well, I hope that I'm gonna get a claim on all of the a core claim, because otherwise it was worthless to unify them. But we had to see, and yeah, Czechs are losing. They lost. I mean, they gave up Sudetenland. If I were the Czechs, I mean, I would like to see the history of World War II if the Czechs did not give up the Sudetenland. I really hoped to see that. It would have been nice. So I can't import any more stuff. I have to build military factories. There's no way around, unfortunately. Poland, Lithuania, Sionilai, Memel, Kujem. I hope they're gonna join our faction. I don't think so. The Swedes, they have 11, 10 and 33. The Swedes are truly superior to us. They have a bigger fleet as well. Well, after less than 70 days, we finished the unification. It's upon completion. You will annex Norway, Sweden and Denmark and form a new country called the Nordic Union. So, well, I mean, we should get every province as a core state, because it's after all called the Nordic Union. So it simply would make sense to get it, but that's yet to see. That's yet to see. I want to get more artillery. Yeah, what do I need? I need steel and tungsten. Yeah, I need tungsten. I need to get tungsten. Go from the Portuguese. Building the 4 factories. Also, you know, like with whom you trade with actually gets extra factories from you. So we are helping now the French and the Portuguese. That's acceptable. Well, I'd rather help the Portuguese. The French will probably lose. So I'll rather help the British. I'll rather help the British from a strategic point of view. It's better to help the British. Let's help the British and not the French, because the French will surrender anyways, how we know it. Help the British here as well. Yeah. Well, why? Oh, we can't trade with the Brits. I'm sorry. Then I'm gonna help. Well, fine. The France is the only choice. Well, Sweden. Sweden is a better choice. Although we'll not need any steel after we got Sweden anyway. So what am I talking about? Yeah. Let's get our industry up and going. One of our governments. It's just gonna wait up and well, we formed. Oh, we formed the Nordic Union. Oh, that's great. A great way. Now we are one strong country, the Nordic Union. We got all of the troops. We have 363,000 troops in total. Well, together, unified, we're gonna stand a chance against the Germans and the Soviets. That's great. Now I have to do some major reorganizing. Oh, that's a dream became true. A dream became true, to be honest. Well, I can't expand. I can't accept. I can't believe it became true. Insanely nice, insanely nice. Maximize all these areas now completely. We are such a strong country now. That's so. I would really encourage you to get this mod, because if you do want to play as a strong Finland, then here we go. You have the choice to do so. Well, since I have nothing really else, I wanna get. Let's get this and this. Have some artillery equipment. Well, ships wise, let's get one heavy cruiser. The only thing we need is oil. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? The only thing we need is, well, let's get 3 oil from the Americans. They are the only choice we can. I don't want the Soviets. I can cancel tanks and import. Oh, that's great. We unite the Nordic countries. Now I will go for the let's go for the recruit scientists. So oat combo for extra steel. Although we don't need it that desperately. Now, firstly, let's see. Our army has 49 divisions in total now. 49. I'll have to train the troops at once. Yeah. Well, my navy should be strong enough to have now supremacy. Therefore, we shouldn't fear a German invasion. Plus, the British will most likely help us because they're gonna go with the war with the Germans anyways. Let's train them. These 10 divisions, I'll get General, let's get him, Erich Heinrichs, and assign him to the Karelian front of Karela. Karelian front, yeah. I'm gonna send these Erich and Plicati, the divisions which aren't that strongly made, into the vast areas. I mean, we have to hold the entire front basically against the fascists. So after I go finish these productions, I will actually start heavily bugging myself in. Yeah, let's speed up the game. And then let's see. Yeah, let's combine our fleets. So we got the combined naval strength of Finland, Norway and Sweden, which is 73 ships, or 17 heavy cruisers, 3 light cruisers, 18 destroyers and 35 submarines. That's nice. Our admiral is gonna charge and protect our country. The Germans, if we fortify these 2 provinces, they should not be able to push inside the Nordic Union. Plus, we have naval supremacy, don't forget, so that's great. The future of Norway, we are led by the Nordic Council. That's even great, mate. We aren't led by the Finnish leader, we are led by the Nordic Council. So whatever you get, you will be led by the Nordic Council. Led by the Nordic Council, Democratic Nordic Council. It's gonna be better, could it? That's great. So I wanna go get the tank designer as well we have the S priority. I don't need that. Special forces, attack and defense. I could help. I could need traditional roles. I mean, total equality is nice, but fine. I go for everything else. Let's also get for, I don't know, simply the light aircraft. I don't mind, to be honest. Let's get the better Finnish EP, and we still didn't research our equipment. They are being trained. I have plus 61,000 infantry equipment in storage. Firstly, I'm gonna clean up my templates, clear them up. I have way too many templates, so let's clear them up, the ones which we don't use. Alright, here we go. So, Alright. We have so many simply. They have only 3 divisions. I'm gonna train the basic Jalkava Divaka Divisiona, perhaps. Yeah. Although they aren't that strong either. Well, let's train them fine. In Pochjanima. They are good to defense, and defense is what we want at the beginning. So let's recruit the scientists, and let's go for extra, I guess, weapons. Always good to have extra weapons in storage. Well, the Nordic Union, unbelievable that we control such a vast area of territory. And we have a core population of 70 million, but oh, I can't actually train them because I lack the manpower. Oh, so we have to stand on with 366,000 divisions. I can't actually enact extended conscription because I have to be at war to do so. So, yeah, that's a problem. That's a huge problem. I can only train 1 division, that means nothing else. Only 3,000 forces. Well, it could have been better, but we have to rely on our forces. At least we can make them really, really, well, thoroughly made, I guess. We have some tank divisions here. Although we have no tanks on our own. That's the thing. I'm gonna assign, well, let's separate all the cavalry divisions, get the military ones. May be necessary. Whatever, then to this front line. 21 is perhaps too much. I will get 24 of our finest infantry divisions to hold the entire line. Yes, the entire line against the Soviets. I think that should be acceptable. Then we have 25 left. I don't need more than 10. I would say 10 should be more than enough. Like these red divisions to hold the line against the Germans should be enough, I think. Arrow, well, I like that language. I think it's Finnish. Yeah. The way they speak. They're gonna assign there. And get General, well, let's get Karl Lennart Oesch. They're gonna defend well. Now I'm start to dig in myself. Dig in, level 2 fortifications first, level 2 fortifications, level 3 actually. Let's say 2, never mind. I'm also gonna fortify the entire Soviet border. I'm gonna focus on these provinces entirely, mainly. Please go 2, and the rest will take 1 defensive. So, duck ourselves completely against the Soviet threats. Completely against. Completely, let's see. We are completely fortifying our, well, borders against the Soviets and the Germans. So to come, stay alive, we'll have to do so. Harsh way, but that's the way. Let's go for a common cause and for motorized finally. Don't forget that. Focus-wise, let's get extra. Let's get the extra 3 naval dockyards here. I was saying so. I should actually go for. Researching that would have been a nice idea. Let's go, well, fine, for special forces, I don't mind. Then for the ship designer here. Yeah, well, we have to dug ourselves in, well, against the Soviets. It seems to be, well, acceptable, although I don't know why we only have 1 division there. We should have more, that's not the belief here. We have to separate, balance them out. Alright, that's fine. Should be balanced out well. Well, we have 1 division at least in every province, so that's somewhat acceptable. Yeah. Time to get mountaineers. Now, I forgot, god damn it, I wanted to go for naval. Yeah, let's get heavy cruiser too. Well, massive clays are being rained, and Italy declared war against Greece. Greece joined allies. And, well, an early war, let's say here, an early war. We have plus 73,000 infantry equipment in storage. Plus 73,000, just imagine. That's more than we need. Well, I should perhaps annex. I can't go for limited exports yet. So, well, I'm above my time, but you see, we united the Nordic countries, we didn't unite them. I have tank regiments which are well used against the Soviets on my own, so they're gonna be sent down into the front. But you see that we did really well. We united the Nordic countries, and well, the path, the future of Finland is yet to come. we are dug in quite well against the Germans and against the Soviets. So if you like this mod, if you would like to see me playing it, and if I got the time, I'll actually do it. So thank you for watching me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Sacred, and I am out. Have a good day to you all, and see you next time. Goodbye.